Hello everyone, welcome back to God Eater Resurrection. I am your delightfully mad host, and you may notice we look completely different from what we did last mission. Well, considering a lot of factors, some of my clothes kind of got wrecked, so I'm wearing some new clothes, and thankfully Sakuya actually was kind enough to give me this lovely hairpin, kind of help out with the fact that, you know, I'm still going over the loss of our hat, but in any case, we killed ourselves finally some larger Aragami, and we'll continue hunting. So, Hibari, what do you have for us to do today? Which, again, is of higher difficulties now, so even cooler stuff we can fight. Which at this point is just merely dealing with some zygotes and some cocoon maidens. Zygotes, officially you guys haven't seen them. You will now, they're not the hardest things in the world, but they're at least a little neat, so without further ado, let us deploy with Lindo in tow. Yay! Wonderful as always. That wolf just loves to run. It's like he's on a treadmill of eternity. He just doesn't move, doesn't go anywhere, just stays where he is. I wish I could know his destination, but then again, the journey is more important than the destination sometimes. Or at least as the poetic flexing goes.
Mission start! Well, mission start whenever you're ready.
Mission start. Mission start.
This place is still beautiful somehow. It brings back a lot of memories. I promise I won't ramble on about them.
So, as you can tell, we got ourselves I've updated a few of our weapon actually a bit, just giving ourselves a few new things. I really kind of bought these off screen just so you know. They don't do a whole lot different else outside of just having a few new things. So why don't we just bring in the nude area, eh? But however, our scythe actually does have a more unique property to it, actually.
Crush 'em! They're weaker! Hit 'em! Hit 'em hard!
On the fact of it actually is able to occasionally inflict a status ailment.
Kill.
And Zygotes, as you can tell, are just our aerial enemy. They really don't do a whole lot else of just fly and just try to horribly inconvenience you. And, well, worst comes to worst, if you really are having trouble with them, just shoot them out of the sky. Once then, they are pretty much more or less helpless. They can, however, get much more annoying in a little bit more later on, just due to the fact that you'll be trying to focus on larger Aragami, and then these little guys come out of nowhere and try to horribly snipe at you. But then again, you can argue that's more or less a lot of the Aragami as a whole. Oh well. But again, Zygotes aren't the worst thing to deal with in the world, because, again, if you have a good way of hitting large, if you have a large verticality to attack, or just, you know, have a way to just do good combat in the air, they're not a threat at all. I'm gonna take this time to very quick to kill this cocoon maiden, mostly because it's kind of a get.
I have to say, you all looked amazing out there. Elegant, dangerous, the model of God Eaters.
Also, you saw the one designing, like, kind of the one issue with the variant scythe of when you're doing any of its dance moves, it does take a bit into it does eat into your stamina, so do be careful when that happens. But outside of that, mission complete. Rather not hard to do when considering we were just fighting two bosses and now we're just going back to killing grunts, but that's neither here nor there. Overall, a good success, I feel. What do we want to do? We'll give. I'm gonna select Lindo, just give us all some more AP, just because that's needed. Also, a thing I did off screen as well is I actually used the AP from some of my teammates so far to give them some skills. Mostly skills of what I felt would help them survive longer, more long-term in case. Maybe I'll show them off later on, just when it's more appropriate, but for now, just all you should know is just I've kind of upgraded a couple of their stats, so they'll be more helpful in the long term. That's more what I'm doing, is just thinking long term. So, Barry, what else do we have in store for us? What else you got in store for us? Yep, Concrete Jungle, where we got to deal with a Conga and 3 Zygotes, which is okay. Which we got, let's see, Somasaki and Koda. Lindo will not be joining us, unfortunately, because, you know, being a captain, all he has captain-like duties to deal with. Although, knowing Lindo, that captain-like duties, I mean, he's probably just in his room drinking. But, you know, he means well, at least.
Yet another great day to do some god eating. Make sure you come back safe and sound.
That's it? That's the whole speech?
You won't last very long if you question him like that. Trust
This
me.
is absurd. Looks like everyone's feeling the mission today. Well, almost everyone. No, I'm just kidding. Come on, chin up, yeah? This will be your first mission as a squad. You're all damn good, so get out there and do what you do best.
Wait, our first mission? What about you, Lindo?
Oh, well, you know, I got a hot date waiting for me, so it's just gonna be you guys. Keep it on the down low, though. Get me? Not to mention, my lovely lady's a bit impatient. She'll stand me up if I'm a little late. So yeah, I'm gonna take off. Remember the big rule. Don't die. I'll see you all later.
They're your rules, so make sure you follow them yourself. Get the hell out of here and let us work.
Remember, it's a work night, so try not to stay out too late. Okay, Lindo? Alright, mission won't complete itself.
Or you could just be on a date, that too, but again, Lindo means well, and it gives Kota a chance to kind of get to meet the rest of his team squad, at least, just considering the only one he's really worked with has just been us, and, well, we're not the biggest conversationalists in the world.
The Congo's on the move. We've tracked it to the Western Plaza. Call for backup and get the team together before you attack. Either way, this won't be an easy fight.
Lindo, little secret dating, sneaky. I'm green with envy over here. Maybe you hook old Coda up. Maybe I keep this little secret.
Coda, maybe you should just keep your mind on the mission, okay? Cut him off. Keep your heads on straight. The fight only gets harder from here.
So yeah, no real surprise where the Congo was hiding, more or less, you know?
Target eliminated. Excellent.
So as you can see, like, the Congo is already being affected by the status our Scythe does, which is known as Bind. What it really does, it doesn't seem like the most, like,
Target eliminated.
offensive-based skill, but it's actually useful for actually calming down Aragami when they're enraged. So in many cases, if they are enraged, you can actually pull them out of it through use of Bind. In my opinion, it's not the strongest thing out there it's not the strongest element in the world in this game out of the three that you can inflict, but it has its uses, more or less, and for now, until I can actually get the weapon at least until I can get the weapon I want to use, this is a good this is a very good this is a good weapon to use for now, more or less.
Now, strike and end it.
Because at worst, I don't have to worry about Origami becoming angry and then life becomes hard for me, more or less.
Alright. Coda rocks. Target eliminated. Excellent. That's
There's
what
your
I
tail,
like to see.
there's your tail there, sir.
Aragami is activating. Stay on your toes.
Also really glad I didn't do that. You may also notice I'm not doing a whole lot of Devours as I probably should in Naturality. That is mostly because just beginning of the game, while Devours are really good for getting some Aragami bullets, they don't really have a whole lot of usage just yet. Later on we will get the ability
Strike hard.
we will actually get the ability to change that up and actually give ourselves the ability to boost our stats and whatnot through the Devours, but until then, you're probably not going to see me do the Devour a whole lot. Then, as far as I'm aware, I don't think they actually give a whole lot of bonuses for doing Devours. So for now, I'm just more or less making sure. Well, I guess that's not entirely true, because you can actually still do some decent damage with the Devours. So, I guess ignore what I just said, go and do it. Play at your own risk, more or less. I'm just working as what I need to. And oh, hello. Are you trying to go eat?
It's withdrawing. I think it must be going off to feed.
Hello there, sir. Can you kindly not. How about taste your own medicine while we're at it, eh? As you can tell, the Conga is not the smartest thing in the world. But bless its heart that it does try at least. Worst comes to worst.
Stay on your toes.
And with that, we've actually already we've destroyed all the breakable all of its.
Been shattered.
Well, we've broken all its bonds more or less.
Hit him hard.
Yeah. So at this point, it's more or less we can just kill him at our leisure, more or less. Or in my case, continually getting punched in the face because I am sorry if you guys heard that. That was my alarm kind of turning on and scaring the absolute shit out of me, actually. Also, this is paralysis. This is actually where it basically is a really valuable aspect because it actually will hold the origami in place. I believe it was triggered by one of our companions because I've actually given them the skill to do that naturally, and more specifically, I gave it to one of the allies I'm probably going to be using it a little bit more often, or will probably be in these missions a lot more than others. Again, I'm mostly thinking long term. When the time is right, we will eventually have a weapon that will inflict paralysis itself. So if anything, it's just going to like give us more options to keep them like bound and whatnot.
It's withdrawing. I think it must be going off to feed.
I shot it eventually. Took me forever to shoot it, but you know, I got it after a while. Sad thing is, like when I've done these hunts myself like many a times, and I'm not usually as like prone to getting hit around, but I suppose that's the difference between like playing the game normally and then trying to play and count it at the same time, I suppose.
Stay on your toes.
As people are known to do at times, eh? So how about we calm this guy down, and by calm down I mean completely and utterly murder him.
When they said this mission was difficult, I guess they weren't counting on you.
Yeah, you got nothing, Aragami. Nothing. That is all the force they can muster against us.
Yeah, so, as always, a good mission. Another Conga dead. Let's return to base and see what may happen. Perhaps we can see if we can squeeze in another hunt, just because I'm not sure if a cutscene will hit us or not, because I don't quite recall. So, with that, mission complete. Yeah. I suppose. Actually, let's go. We'll let Soma allow us to get more bond breaks, rewards for breaking the bonds. Yes, it must be done, Soma, because I'm asking you kindly. Also, because getting new parts means I can potentially upgrade new stuff, which is always dandy and helpful.
Looks like you made it back before us. How'd it go?
Pretty well. I managed to wrap up the night early, as per your request. How'd you guys do?
As per your request, no one died, see?
We did well. Mission complete, no casualties. Overall, a pretty solid outing.
You should have seen it, man. We kicked so much ass. We were awesome.
Funny, I don't remember you actually helping.
Damn, well if that's the case, I guess I won't be skipping out on any more dates just to keep you guys in line.
Where you getting all these ladies from? You gotta hook me up, Lindo.
I'm not so sure you can handle a lady.
Attention all God Eaters. The 7th unit has successfully slain an Ouroboros and taken the core. All engineers report to lab number 5. I repeat, we can confirm an Ouroboros core has been detached. All engineers report to lab 5 at once for analysis.
An Ouroboros. Damn, which team took it down?
Not just took it down, but ripped out the core too. They're gonna be drowning with bonus cash. I know who's buying rounds tonight.
You wouldn't have to be so cheap if you fought harder.
Ouroboros? The hell's that? Wait, is it crazy strong?
Do a little research and you won't have to ask stupid questions.
we're ready for something like that just yet.
Seriously? We rock. Like really hard.
And we'll die. Like, really hard.
I don't know. It's tough. Yeah, but we're getting pretty good. One of these days we can challenge an Ouroboros. But for now, follow the big rule.
Yeah, we get it. Don't die. I think you've used that line enough, don't you?
Nah, I don't think so. I'll keep on saying it until you get it, Selma. You'd charge off into death if I wasn't watching out.
That's just... Shut up.
Well, all right then. I got another date lined up, so I'm off to dinner. Good fighting, guys.
And again, I just really enjoy the team base. Like, I love the cooperation between like the group and just seeing the interactions. It's actually really touching, and it can only grow from here, of course. So we'll save here and continue onwards. See if I can squeeze that last mission, depending on where we are in the story. Because there's a development that's gonna be happening soon, but I don't think we're there just yet. Again, I'm hoping, but more importantly, we got ourselves some mail, so I'll go check it out, see what we have. From Coda and Cannon. Let's see, it's not fair how Lindo gets all the dates, huh? Well, I'm sure he's a catch since he's cool and strong. Hey, don't you think Sakuya and Soma seem kinda down? I guess Soma is always pretty gloomy. Hey, speaking of Soma, he needs to learn to keep his mouth shut. For such a quiet guy, he sure does have a habit of putting his foot in his mouth. How annoying is that? Well, Coda, yeah, Soma has his reasons, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And one of the random god eaters that kind of lurk around here, Cannon. I sent you a message. I sent you a message by accident the other day. Please delete that. I'm so sorry. In case you're wondering, this is the one here where she mistakenly sent us a message from her mother, or at least thought we were her mother. And we also have a new Aragami on the list of the Ouroboros, which, more or less, it's a horribly scary-ass thing that we will never see for quite a long time. A tremendous Aragami with countless tentacles and eyes. It is called the Lord of the Plains because of its mountainous form. It also will include a high-caliber beam in addition with its tentacles. Its origins are unknown. Causes damage to anything standing too near, so using guns at medium to long range and switching to melee attacks upon an opening is advised. Its elements are divine and spark, and weak to spark, and weak to divine, sorry. Again, we will not be seeing something like this anytime soon, mostly because we are rather weak and would get horribly crushed even by it just looking at us wrong. So, alright, what do we have to work with? Just dealing with some ogre tails and cocoon maidens? Fair enough. And they're noting that they're also making a note that they're a lot smarter than we had. The ogre tails are actually a lot more smart than we would think, given that they're sort of hanging out with living turrets. Which I guess makes sense. The Aragami are actually surprisingly intelligent in this game, even if half the time it looks like they're just being stupid. And then again, it makes sense considering a lot of them have just been eating animals, more or less, and taking on their attributes onto them, so yeah. Oh, and I forgot this little tiny... I forgot that this mission is an ambush. Or at least it starts with the Cocoon Maidens ambushing the ever-living hell out of you. Because of course they do. But also the Ogre Tails slowly making their way up the lane to kind of reap the reward of killing us. But again, thankfully with the scythe we have a good way of getting through and hitting a lot of them. Whew. But yeah, it's a rough mission if you're not this can be a potentially rough mission if you're not prepared, but again, because of the wonderful fact that we have multiple people with us and not on our own, this does make things a little more simplified.
Did you get everything you wanted to? Extraction is en route to your location.
That's how we run an operation around here.
Whew.
We're safe and sound. That's all I can ask for.
The mission's not done yet. Okay, well, it's technically done. Just keep Watch.
making sure I got all the origami I need.
Shower and then sleep for days.
Alright, that's
I
everything.
can't wait to see you all safe and sound. You did so wonderfully today.
Alright, well, so with that done, let us, well, return to base and see what else is developed for now. We may call it for now because that is we've done a good few missions now, and again, depending on what happens after this scene, we will, yeah, we will continue on from there, more or less. And I think we will give our team members more AP just so I can eventually upgrade their skills when the time is right.
Totally handle that.
And thank you, Lindo, for being able to handle that. I appreciate that, man. There will be a point in time where we two will be able to we can actually be a choice in those to allow some other stuff. But more importantly, we have a new style. We will actually learn new Predator styles as we progress through the story, and in some cases, depending on if you have completed certain conditions, this is still good. So in this case, we now have a mid-air Devourer. This is actually one we have seen quite often in some cases. I believe Soma and Orlando has used it a few times.
Was there someone in there? I must have imagined it. This is Soma. No contact with the target as of yet. We'll keep searching.
So tell, who was this mysterious girl? Who are they actually searching for? We'll find that all and more next time on God Eater. Until then, I have been your delightfully mad host. Take care. Bye.